Have you ever wondered how the world sees America? The land of opportunity, the birthplace of pop culture, and a global tourist magnet for decades. But what if I told you that in 2025, 7 countries are quietly turning their backs on the US, with millions of tourists choosing to stay away instead? Sounds unbelievable, right? You'd think the United States would always be on top when it comes to tourism, but something is changing, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. In fact, America has already lost over 500,000 overseas tourists in just a single month. The numbers are staggering, and that's just the beginning. Today, we're diving into 7 more countries that have dropped off America's tourist map. Some of these nations have been loyal allies for years, but now they're quietly stepping back. Why? Is it politics, safety concerns, or something else entirely? Stay with us to find out, because what we're about to reveal might completely change your view on global travel in 2025. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on more of these incredible, jaw-dropping facts about the world. Let's dive into today's mind-blowing topic. 1. South Korea. Let's start with South Korea, a country that has long been one of America's most loyal tourist markets. South Koreans have filled flights to cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Honolulu year after year. But in 2025, that steady stream is starting to slow down. In March, South Korean arrivals dropped by nearly 20%. And this isn't just about the price of flights or inflation, it's about the feeling of unpredictability when it comes to entering the United States. For many South Koreans, the hope was that visa wait times and entry procedures would improve in 2025. But instead, the process has become even more uncertain. Travelers are now facing invasive border checks, phone searches, and sometimes denied entry for reasons they don't fully understand. In South Korea, planning is everything. Uncertainty is unacceptable. And now, instead of heading to the US, many South Koreans are choosing destinations like Japan, Australia, or Europe, places that feel more predictable and respectful. This isn't a political move, it's about practicality, and it's sending a message that can't be ignored. 2. Colombia. Next, let's talk about Colombia, a country that once saw massive growth in its tourism to the US. From shopping in Miami to family vacations in Orlando, Colombians were flocking to the US in record numbers. But in 2025, something has changed. Tourism from Colombia has dropped by 32.6% in March, the largest decline among the top 20 overseas markets. And it's not about the price of flights or currency exchange. It's about the feeling that the US entry process has become a gamble. Even travelers with valid documents are concerned about being detained, interrogated, or denied entry for reasons they can't control. Instead of visiting the US, many Colombians are choosing Mexico, Panama, or Spain, places where the entry process feels simpler and more respectful. 3. Switzerland. Now, let's head over to Switzerland, a country known for its precision, efficiency, and love of the outdoors. In 2025, Swiss travelers have started pulling back from the US in large numbers. Tourist arrivals from Switzerland dropped by 34% in March alone, a huge decline. Why is this happening? It's not just about costs or flight availability, it's about the increased border scrutiny and the uncertainty surrounding entry into the US. Reports of travelers being detained, denied entry, or interrogated over minor issues have left Swiss tourists feeling uneasy. For Swiss travelers, it's not just about the money, it's about reliability and confidence in the process. And with border control becoming more aggressive, many Swiss travelers are now opting for more predictable destinations. Next on the list is Belgium, a country known for its delicious chocolate, stunning architecture, and long-standing ties with the US. But in 2025, that bond is starting to show signs of strain. Tourism from Belgium has dropped by 23.5% in March. a steep decline compared to last year. And it's not just about rising costs or complicated paperwork, it's about confidence. Many Belgians are now hesitant to visit the US because of reports of travelers being denied entry due to past social media activity or political views. But here's the kicker. Belgium isn't protesting. They're simply quietly stepping back. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has even hinted that they may update their travel advisory for the US, citing concerns over border enforcement and the treatment of LGBTQ+ travelers. For many Belgians, this isn't a political protest. It's about wanting peace of mind and safety while traveling. 5. Ireland. Now let's talk about Ireland, a country that has always been closely tied to the United States. For generations, Ireland and America have shared a deep cultural connection, with families, history, and a sense of belonging crossing the Atlantic. But in 2025, that bond is starting to crumble. In March alone, tourism from Ireland dropped by 27%, which means 15,000 fewer people boarded flights to the US. So, what's behind this sudden shift? It's not just one event, it's a growing sense of unease. Travelers from Ireland are feeling the weight of strict border checks, lengthy visa delays, and the feeling that America might not be as welcoming anymore. For Irish students, applying for a J1 visa has become a risky game. One slip-up, one social media post, and they could find themselves flagged by the authorities. Even a harmless joke on WhatsApp could raise suspicion. Angela Walsh, president of the Irish Travel Agents Association, puts it bluntly. People are asking, why go to the US when Spain or Portugal offer an easier experience? It's not just about logistics, it's about comfort. And when even Ireland starts pulling back, we need to pay attention. 6. New Zealand. Let's head to New Zealand, a country known for its love of fairness and ease. New Zealanders typically don't cancel their travel plans because of politics, but in 2025, they are starting to do just that. Tourist arrivals from New Zealand dropped by 15.7% in March. And since November, at least 8 New Zealanders have been detained at US borders. One incident where a woman was detained and deported in chains despite having valid documents has sparked widespread concern. In New Zealand, there's no outrage, just a growing sense of unease. More and more Kiwis are choosing Australia, Japan, or local destinations instead. For them, the US is no longer worth the risk. Sweden. And last but not least, we have Sweden. The land of innovation, beauty, and endless summers has always had a love affair with America. But now, in 2025, that admiration has turned into quiet rejection. Tourist arrivals from Sweden to the US dropped by over 25% in March, and it's only the beginning. But here's the shocking part. 70% of Swedes are actively boycotting American products, with a Facebook group dedicated to the Boycott US Goods, now boasting over 80,000 members. So, what's fueling this change? It's all about politics and privacy. Sweden is a country that values moderation, fairness, and privacy, concepts that seem increasingly under threat in the US. Reports of travelers being denied entry because of something they posted online or being subjected to invasive phone searches at customs have left a bad taste in the mouths of many Swedes. And here's the thing, Swedes don't act out of anger, they act out of conviction. So when they quietly stop visiting the US, it's a powerful message that shouldn't be ignored. From Europe to Asia, South America to Oceania, the US is seeing a quiet retreat from some of its most loyal tourists. It's not because of political protests, it's because these countries no longer feel welcomed. When even the most peaceful, non-political travelers start stepping away, that's a signal we can't afford to ignore. These countries aren't protesting, they're simply choosing to stay away. And that's the most powerful message of all. What do you think? Is the US losing its global appeal? If this video made you think, hit like, subscribe, and share it. Because when the world speaks softly, by turning away without saying a word, it's time to listen.